you preferred your pronouns to be
they and them.
they, them. Okay.
So, do you need me to explain how to use that?
Nope, because I'm not going to.
I'm non-binary. My name's Kat. So instead of being directly trans male to female or female to male, I'm somewhere in the middle.
So you preferred your pronouns to be
they and them.
they, them. Okay.
So, do you need me to explain how to use that?
Nope, because I'm not going to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that you're a they, them. I know that you're a woman and you were created as a woman and you're perfect that way. And I hope that there are some avenues and some people you can find that support you to let you know you're perfect the way that you are, and there's such a blessing in being a woman and being feminine. We have such a gift that we can have children. We create the love that's in our home, in a marriage, and with our children. There is such a blessing unique to femininity and womanhood, and that is the ability for us to bear children and raise them. We have such a gift that we have this child that we are able to nurture and then grow and shape into a wonderful person in the
Yeah, so the leftists are just, they come up with all of the bad ideas and they want to die on that hill, okay? So, okay, so let's watch this guy try to claim that, he said some weird things about Jesus.
Jesus Christ is legitimately transgender.
You think Jesus is transgender?
Of course.
Jesus.
He literally has no gender. He literally is a non-binary person. He was literally a created egg put into somebody else's
I tell you
body.
what, every time I go to campus, I learn different things, and this one's new. So,
I'm glad.
Did Jesus have a penis?
I mean, who's to say?
Did he have a reproductive system?
Who's to say he never had kids?
But was Jesus a boy or was Jesus a girl?
Who's to say?
You think all the scripture is wrong when the scripture refers to Jesus as a male?
Maybe they just didn't have the words to articulate what really was happening. Nobody's seen his dick. In Matthew 3:17, does it say Jesus Christ had a 7-inch cock?
No, it does not.
So what are we talking about then?
See, these guys are so obsessed with sex and depravity, it just leaks out. Every single thing that they say, every single time they're talking and they're trying to argue about something, sex has to come into it.
What are we talking about?
Scripture is very clear. He was a man.
He was non-binary. Jesus is an idea. He was an idea that was put into somebody's body and then a baby.
Yeah, so the Romans, who, by the way, documented the crucifixion of Jesus, Josephus, a Jewish historian who was a Levite, a priest from the of the temple, documented the existence of Jesus. And so essentially they documented an idea.
Popped out.
He was an idea. Was Jesus like real flesh and blood?
He's not human.
No, Jesus became man.
No,
God
he's God
sent his only son in human form.
In human form.
To die
That's not
on
a
the
man.
cross as a human
That's a
would
chameleon.
die for our sins.
He didn't
he was
die, though.
absolutely a human.
That's also you're
he
talking
was
about a chameleon,
right?
You're talking about a chameleon.
I'm done with this conversation because it's crazy.
Well, you're the one who started it.
You can't have
Bye-bye.
You can't have a logical conversation with these people because their brains have been so turned upside down. They can't couple together two ideas. Now, we're counting down to the confrontation at the ICE facility in Newark, New Jersey. And there was a curfew issued, and I'm tracking the protest. Everyone is waiting to see what happens. Law enforcement is all queued up. The protesters are hanging out there. And we just want to cover just one more of these because the question is always this: why do people behave the way these leftists behave? It's because they have funny ideas like this. Okay, hold on, let me play this.
Basically, you, right? Because you identify with she, her pronouns, and
I am a woman because I was born a woman. I can't be anything other than a woman.
I mean,
if I looked at you and I said, I'm black, would you be okay with that?
Well, on a fundamental level, I think, like, the way gender the way
I'm
gender
black.
and race goes.
I'm black. Would I be able to get access to scholarships for black people? Would I have access to black-only dorms? Would I have access to things in this country that are set aside just for black people. Would you feel comfortable with that?
Fundamentally, I feel like race and gender aren't really in categories where that, like...
Would you be okay with that?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if race dysphoria is like a thing in the same way.
Would you be okay if I identified as black and I started going into black spaces, claiming to be black, and then taking the opportunities that are there for black people?
Hey, God,
That
good to see
kind
you.
of already...
Yes or no? Let's be honest, you wouldn't be okay with that because I'm not black, right?
Yeah. It's weird that as soon as you make that stand and play their own game, the wires in their heads just begin to cross. Like they don't know what to do with it. Because do you know what? Deep down, inside of all of them, they know that what they're doing is insane. They know it. It's just a power play. It's something to use to get power over the rest of us. Oh, you can't say this, you can't do that, you can't be here, you can't be there. It's all about power. And when you take that same argument and flip it on them, they begin to crack. Now, we're counting down to the curfew confrontation at the Newark ICE facility. I'm just going to wrap this up and then we're going to flip over to that because I didn't know we were going to have a live coverage tonight. It was a pleasant surprise. So guys, just hang in there. We're all going to watch this play out and see if the leftists stand their ground and get pepper sprayed and arrested. And we will see a few things. And I hope that I hope there's nothing that is not YouTube friendly because I would like to see how this goes down. Okay, let's know your thoughts in the chat. Okay.
The thing is,
Am I black? Am I black?
I don't really think...
Am I black?
From what I see, no.
Why am I not black?
I mean, shoot, I can't always tell. It's possible that you're like, I don't know, black passing or something.
Am I black passing? Comment below if you think I'm black passing. I have blonde hair, blue eyes. I get so burnt if I'm out in the sun for like 10 minutes. I'm not black, and you know that I'm not black. And you know why I'm not black? Because I'm not black. I'm white.
But
do you think, though I'm asking this question, is because I don't think men should be coming into my spaces. Do you use the women's restroom?
In places where I feel safe doing so.
What do you say to the women, maybe even students on this campus who don't want you to do that?
I haven't encountered any.
Okay, so let's cut over because now I'm showing you this because this is why we're having this insane confrontation at the ICE facility. People who don't have a grasp on reality. All right, so let's jump in. Okay, so what? You guys went peaceful yesterday. For 2 minutes to the confrontation. These guys weren't so peaceful yesterday. All right, so this is them yesterday. All right, they're singing now about giving peace a chance, but this was them yesterday, attacking the police, throwing rocks and other things at the horses to confuse them in order for the horses to throw the officers off their backs. All right, they weren't being so peaceful then.
What the fuck?
You know, they weren't being peaceful here. You know. All right, so it's laughable when they show up and begin to make it sound like they're the victims. Oh yeah. That is not why they're being targeted. They broke into the country illegally, and a bunch of them committed crimes. A bunch of them committed crimes. All right, 10 o'clock, curfew is on, and we're about to see some movement. Now, I had to put a delay on this feed because I don't want to essentially cross the creator. I should actually have, hold on, I should actually have something. Oops. Oh, it's not playing. Sorry. There it is. I should actually have a tag. Oh, well, his handle is over there. So I'm taking this feed from BG on the Scene. YouTube channel is BG on the Scene. And Gardening says all we are saying is to give peace a chance. Really? Is all the violence they commit each day they want peace? Look, I just played the video. So you guys saw them essentially throwing rocks and sticks at the police horses in order to confuse them and to hurt the police officers. You know, the left is really good at playing the victim. And as soon as consequences come down the pipe, we're the victims. All right, curfew is now in effect. And they were warned, okay? They knew the time was coming. In fact, before a few minutes ago, one of them literally told them, look, we need to go. This is serious, we need to go. And they began to attack her.
I'm pretty sure it was a half-mile radius, which y'all fuckers are standing at.
So let's see what happens. Jeez. Look, I don't want any of them to get hurt. I don't want any of them to. Look, I've been saying it for a while. These guys want another summer of love. They want, they want a George Floyd situation. That's what they want. Every time they're told, look, you guys, you need to step back. You need to, stop interfering with the enforcement of federal law. They just keep doing it. All right, so it's way past curfew, and they're still, police isn't moving. Oh boy. I think they were singing this during the Vietnam protest. I think that's where this all came from. If anyone knows if I'm right or wrong, let me know in the chat. But I think that's where this came from.
All we are saying is to give peace a chance. All we are saying is to give peace a chance. All we are saying.
So right now, they've stopped all the insults, they've stopped throwing rocks. They essentially want to look innocent. They want to look like the victims. That's what's going on here right now. They just want to look like the victims. And they're positioning themselves like, oh, look, we're unarmed. All we want is peace and unicorns. But they weren't. They didn't want peace yesterday when they were attacking law enforcement. All right. So all of this is for the cameras. And when law enforcement steps in to arrest these guys because they have just broken curfew, TDSBC and CNN are just going to say, "Oh, this is authoritarian." Now, it was the mayor of the city who enforced a curfew, because the insanity that happened over the last couple of days was enough. Like, these guys were essentially pulling down the barricades that were set up by the city. First off, the city set up these yellow barricades to say, okay, you guys, if you want to protest, stay behind this barricade, and these guys began to pull down the barricades. So what do you expect them to do? Well, at least this city is not as crazy as Portland.
So I ask you, I know you love me, I know you love your fellow friends, but we're trying to expose the violence of this system that makes detention centers.
And she's wearing a kafia around her neck.
Okay, so I know you might see some things that are going to be super hard, and I ask you please, in order to expose the violence, do not push up against them or anything. We want to expose the violence as it is.
You don't have to push up against the police. You guys have broken curfew.
Clearly, we are unarmed.
Clearly, you've broken curfew.
But they're still digging to show that we have been violent. So let's not give them any excuse.
You guys, there's video evidence showing you guys are violent. Okay, so that ship has sailed.
To protect ourselves when violence is enacted on us. I know that.
Jeez.
But I want to expose the system.
Oh my God.
Once it's exposed, change. People will say, this is not right. This is not right.
Now, like I said, I hope nobody there gets hurt. Okay? I hope when the arrests start happening, they all just go quietly and get arrested. Okay, that's what I hope, because it wouldn't be a good look if any of them gets hurt. So curfew is in effect right now, and the protesters, at least the non-violent, have dipped out. They've left because as soon as they get arrested and their fingerprints are run or something, it's going to connect them to other protests all over the country that turn violent, I assume. So they've dipped out. Now, why do you think the police isn't moving? Okay, so why, like, guys, chat, why do you think the police isn't moving? Because it's way past curfew now. It's what? It's 7 minutes past curfew. Okay? Okay. One side is singing, "Oh, we are saying, give peace a chance." The other side is chanting, "No justice, no peace." What's going on? Okay. So this is okay. Hold on. Okay, now we move. I had a whole show planned out, guys. Like, I had the whole show planned out, and I found out we're about to see something live together. So let's see how this goes. Okay. There they are.
No peace! No justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Yeah.
No justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, fuck 12! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So what happened to all we are saying?
Fuck 12! 9, 10, 11! Fuck 12! 9, 10, 11! Fuck 12!
What happened to give peace a chance? Okay, this is looking boring now because the police isn't even moving. It's 9 minutes past curfew and there's no movement. I'm telling you, they can't be peaceful for very long. It gets under their skin. They are there to cause problems. Yeah, and they all have their cell phones out. They're like, they just can't wait for the tear gas to start flying, so that they can say, oh, look, we're being attacked. They're being violent. You guys, there's a curfew in effect because you guys have been violent against law enforcement. All right. Now, while this is going on, okay, let's bring up their greatest hits, okay? Okay, these are their greatest hits. All right, give peace a chance. These are the guys. Okay, this is what they did for days, pushing up against the barricades, threatening the lives of law enforcement. All right.
If you push that fence into my face, I will throw you on the ground and rush you. You understand me? So scared.
These are the peaceful guys. Okay.
Police are neighbors. Opening the barricades.
You know. These guys can't stay peaceful for long, okay? Like, they're there to cause problems. They aren't going to be peaceful for long. But I don't know what the police is going to do. I'm curious to see what they do. It's been how many minutes now? I started the stream earlier because I wanted to kind of set up, for before the thing starts and give you guys time to ease into the drama. All right. So these are the professional victims. Okay. The professional victims have been put on the front lines now. So from what I've observed, and let me know, chat, if you've seen this, there are two groups within these protests. There's the groups that are essentially the non-militant group. These are the people who wave the white flags, talk about peace and unity and kindness, and and then there's the other group that essentially wants to break things. And they operate together. They know that that each of these two groups exist. They are aware of each other because both groups coexist, and they serve a certain purpose. They serve a purpose. So the nice guys are the ones who are essentially there for the photo ops, the press. Hey, these are the nice people. They only came to help these immigrants who were kidnapped by the evil Trump administration. And then you have the militant ones who instigate a reaction from the authorities, who eventually show up and arrest or essentially respond violently to the peaceful ones. So the peaceful ones are like, I did nothing wrong, I got arrested. The violent ones had dipped out minutes before, because that's what they're trained to do. They're trained to create a facade of chaos, which essentially gives permission structure for others to do the same thing, to say, since the authorities treated us this way, we're simply going to be disagreeable, and we're going to continue to protest. All right. You're not meant to be. Anywho, here's the thing. We're going to continue. Now, let's take do you know what, guys? I just messed up. I was playing this. I didn't realize I hadn't switched. I apologize. So you guys have just been listening to me talk over a frozen screen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Do you think this is a nothing burger? All right. all of the noise, nothing happened. I'm wondering. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on this feed. And once something kicks in, we're going to catch it. But all right, so these are the guys. Okay, this is what they were up to yesterday. Okay, last night, rioters opened trash bags and dumped garbage all over the premises of Delaney Hall. All right, so these are the guys who cry about the environment. All right, they cry about using plastic straws. All right, these are the environmentalists.
If any law enforcement officer that are watching and filming their shoes on purpose,
Look. Oh, there's movement. There is movement, guys. There is movement. There's movement. So we're about to have a confrontation. I think there's movement. Yeah. All right. Now, they were told there's a curfew in effect. They defied the curfew. And then the police is showing up to enforce the curfew. And I'm sure that there's going to be articles and posts about police brutality, the usual noise that they make. Guys, if you like what you're watching and you want to support the channel, please consider the video, commenting, punching the heart emoji in the comment section. If all you do is punch the heart emoji, I appreciate it. Right, so I think they've cornered a bunch of them. Guys, the violent protesters aren't anywhere to be seen. They aren't around. They aren't around.
Oh my God!
What?
Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Get up on the sidewalk. Get that way. Get that way.
Did she say, "Oh my God"? These people have a very loose understanding of what the rule of law. If a law that says no one should be out here at this time, right? Then no one should be out there at that time. It's really that simple.
Up on the grass. Back up to the grass. Back up to the grass.
All right, so do you think we're going to see any? I don't think so. All of the troublemakers have disappeared essentially. They've left or they're in hiding. All troublemakers are in hiding. Please share this video. It helps out a whole lot. Helps out the channel. Now, give us your thoughts in the chat. We need to talk about this because there's been this culture of anarchy on the left, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not completely. I'm new to this. I only got turned on to all of this insanity 10 years ago in 2016. So I'm new to this. I only found out recently that they've been this way since the early 60s. The left has been doing this since the early 60s.
Free the strikers, free them all! Free the strikers, free them all!
Okay?
Free the strikers, free them all!
they're still there.
Free the strikers, free them all! 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 Free the strikers, free them all!
I am curious.
They're going to be coming up here. They said on the sidewalk and grass.
All right, so let's see. The press has to identify themselves so that they don't get caught up in the arrests. They have to have their press badges up on and visible. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to get arrests. I'm not sure. Okay, we got one arrest on caught on frame. So I think the curfew is enforced within a certain radius of the facility. So that's what's going on. It's not like it's a city-wide curfew. It's a curfew within a certain radius of the facility. Once you breach that curfew by crossing into that space, you get arrested. So the KKK and the fascists have always been a left-wing idea and a left-wing practice. All right, KKK have always been sponsored and run by the Democrat Party. But these leftists don't know that because the Marxist professors that they listen to at their colleges essentially told them otherwise. Yeah, gardening. Funny, the things they are saying, know that is exactly what they are and what their party is. Exactly what I was just saying. Why did the city have to wait until things got as bad as they did before they had to do this? Because things were bad for a while. Now they're chanting, immigrants are welcome here. What we're talking about are illegal aliens. Illegal aliens. People who break into the country without due documentation, without visas, without being cleared, without the background check. I see you. Yeah. Let's see. So after days of violently attacking law enforcement, threatening the lives of ICE officers and their families, you guys are now the peaceful side. Yeah, right. Like I said, I don't want any of them to get hurt. I don't. I'm going to keep saying it. But they haven't exactly been the picture of good behavior. Okay? Guys, remember, Joe Biden's DOJ arrested people who were praying outside abortion clinics. They were praying. They were praying. They weren't tearing down barricades. They weren't threatening to end the lives of the people who worked at the abortion clinics and their families. They didn't. But they were arrested. So never forget that. Look, I'm going to keep reminding you guys that happened. Okay, some of you are going to get tired of hearing it. People were arrested for praying outside abortion clinics. So that somehow praying for people was harmful. And they were arrested and put in jail. So please, I don't have any sympathy for anyone who does what they've been doing since Trump got back into office.
I would have to correct my earlier report. There are probably 4 times as many militarized police officers as there are unarmed protesters. 4 or 5 times by my count.
Of course.
There are literally hundreds of cops.
Yes, because there were literally hundreds of you guys out there.
Because of a curfew. To enforce a curfew violation. That is why they were militarized.
So BG on the scene. If you guys don't know who he is, his sentiments lean left. Okay, so when you listen to his take, you're going to hear that.
Who are receiving inhumane conditions to the point of even death. So that's what's going on right now. We're after now.
No. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Can I ask you guys? Can I ask you guys who are conservatives? Do you guys keep gas masks in your closet? Do you have a spare gas mask lying around in your basement somewhere, preparing for when you're going to be part of a protest outside an abortion clinic? Okay, and those things aren't cheap. Part of the report that I was going to be covering tonight was, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, we'll cover that tomorrow. Part of the report was the fact that it was reported that lots of this stuff was essentially sent to the group organizing the protest. There are still people who are funding these protests. So you live in the West, and you're attacking your home. And most of these guys have never left their country to see what it's like in the third world. They think that someone who comes from the third world and tells them, "Hey, you guys are evil, you guys are bad," is correct. Now the guy said earlier that there's hundreds of police officers, that they outnumber the protesters who are currently present 4-1. Now that's because the original count of the protesters over the last few days was way more than this. So they had to come prepared. That's the first thing. 2, for a protester to be safely arrested, you require at least 2 police officers. You saw on X that the rioters were requesting military-grade masks so they could fight better. That's nice. So they're preparing to fight better. That's interesting. You know, when you see these conversations where you have a leftist who talks about how ICE is treating the immigrants that have been detained, and the other person on the other side asks them a simple question. So you have all this sympathy for the detained illegal aliens. How about sympathy for the families that have been harmed by Biden's open border policy? How about some sympathy for them? And it's like you're talking to a brick wall. No, like they don't feel a thing for fellow Americans who have been hurt by these horrific policies. I'm going to see if I can find another creator.
One, two, three, four.
I'm going to be putting this new computer with paces.
5, 6, 7, 8. The U.S. is a police state. One, two, three, four. Democracy is no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. U.S. is a police state.
Okay. Yep. Sounds like a chant that kids will say, quit your jobs. Well, yeah, you chant quit your jobs, and then the police officers and ICE agents will say, oh, sorry. Oh, okay, we will. I think that's what they expect.
Do you have eyes on the shooter? I assume that they're like in that bunch. I didn't actually see the.
All right, so they're not. I think this is going to be more of a staring contest with these guys screaming and taunting the police and trying to get them to cross over to. Of course, is the black guy who shows up with a do-rag. Then when he gets arrested, it's police brutality against the black guy because he's a minority. It's racism. Oh, jeez. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Go home. Can I talk to someone in charge? Go and talk to the mayor. This is insane, okay? But the left has always been this way. They've always been this way. The left has always been this way. So what we're doing is we're documenting in real time the insanity of the left. We're documenting it. Like, we're looking at people say, we want illegal aliens to come into our country and to murder and to assault our daughters. Let them in, let them come in and destroy our country. And there are a bunch of them who essentially, look, there's a video that I was gonna play today. You guys heard about the riots in France that happened over the weekend. Of course, it wouldn't surprise most of you that the large percentage of the people who did the destroying and the rioting and the assaulting were people who were of a certain demographic. All right, the people that essentially represent the same group that they're protesting about. Okay, Europe has been essentially destroyed by unchecked illegal aliens. It's been largely destroyed. The countries that are still standing essentially is looking like Poland, Hungary, I think Denmark. Okay, those are the countries that have said, look, we're not going to participate in this insanity. I think this guy is either drunk or he's high. I think he's either drunk or high. He's either drunk or high. So if you're joining us, we're following the live coverage of the curfew enforcement happening at the Newark, New Jersey ICE facility. So the mayor of Newark essentially set up a curfew, ordered a curfew to be in effect at 9 p.m. Eastern. It covers a certain radius around the facility. So that's why you're not seeing the police running into the crowds of these protesters and arresting people at random. It's not a citywide curfew. But you have some of these people who are trying to agitate a reaction from the police. Now, the people who are there to enforce the curfew are from the police department, from the Newark Police Department. So they are essentially not facing down ICE. ICE is safe within the walls of the detention center. Okay. Now the city is doing what it should have done from day one. They should have sent out law enforcement to provide protection and cover for ICE. blue cities continue to withhold police cooperation from ICE. And that is why these protesters have had the audacity to continue to act the way they have. Whenever a city decides, okay, it's time to put a stop to this, the protests dissipate because now there's going to be arrests. The officers at ICE are only there to arrest illegal aliens. That's all they're there to do. The local police is meant to provide police protection and to assist them in dealing with other issues that arise during these detentions. Last year, we had the National Guard cooperating or working with ICE. So most of the arrests that you saw at those ICE facilities were mainly being effected by the National Guard. National Guard and I think the DHS, I think it's all the same. So the officers at ICE aren't trained to deal with with riots and so on. They aren't. All right, now I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something. Okay. Is this guy going to get? He's not going to get arrested. Now let's do something, because we have we have people claiming that, okay, these guys aren't violent. Okay, so here's and you're here's the report.
Not keeping New Jersey safe.
Excuse me.
And you're certainly not keeping New Jersey safe. Today and going forward, I urge those protesting outside of Delaney Hall to bring the temperature down so we can focus on the detainees and their families. So comply with the lawful orders from local and state law enforcement and let advocates, faith leaders, and members of this community continue their work. Here in America, you have a right to protest and a duty to do so peacefully. The work doesn't stop here. I'm going to keep working with our federal delegation to demand answers. I'm going to keep using every tool at my disposal to get full access to Delaney Hall.
All right.
And I'm going to keep working for better conditions inside of this facility until it's closed for good. So today I'm calling on the Department of Homeland Security to do the following. Restore visitation for families. Provide appropriate care and medical for all detainees, especially the most vulnerable. Give detainees a meaningful chance to review their cases.
So it was funny that while this press conference was happening, Fox News set up a split screen showing the violent protests or riots that were happening outside of the ICE detention facility. It's crazy. Of course, they had to shut down visitation because of the violence. You don't want family members having to wade through the insanity, and then something happens, and then it's now like, oh, someone got hurt because you guys let them come in while there was an active riot in the vicinity, and then again it'll be Trump's fault. It's upside down world, like I said, it's upside down world. I'm keeping track of the protest. I'm keeping track of the protest. But meanwhile, there's this video. I don't know. I haven't. It's a video outside of the facility. The guys, Cam Higby, essentially photobombed this reporter's session.
Prisoners call their loved ones frantically that they're being fed maggots.
They call their loved ones? How'd they get access to a phone? If the conditions are so bad, how'd they get a phone, bro?
Oh my God.
Holy shit! Oh my God, fogged again! Again, dude.
That is so stupid.
How'd they get phones in there, bro? The conditions are so bad.
Exactly.
How are they calling their loved ones? You're a fucking schmuck. Holy shit. These guys are retards.
Look, it's easy to destroy the lies that the left tells. Only simple-minded people believe these lies. So he says that they called their loved ones, that the prisoners called their loved ones and told them that they were being fed maggots.
Prisoners call their loved ones frantically that they're being fed maggots.
They call their loved ones. How'd they get access to a phone? If the conditions are so bad, how'd they get a phone, bro?
Oh my God.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Fogged again. Fogged again, dude. How'd they get
so
phones?
stupid.
How'd they get phones in there, bro? The conditions
What
are
is
so
so
bad. How are
stupid?
they
He's asking you a legitimate question.
You're a fucking schmuck. Holy shit.
Excuse me. Yeah. So look, the left continues to lie, and they can't even lie properly. They can't even lie properly. They call their loved ones. Now, do you guys remember this guy? I played the video of this guy harassing Cam Higby the other night. Okay, so he was threatening Cam Higby the other night with violence, and today he's handing out Black Panther flyers. I said that the left has a fascination with violence. They have a fascination with violence. This guy is passing out Black Panther flyers.
But look, we got flyers. Yo, I wasn't just talking.
And he has a
Black
Panther t-shirt
our telephone number is on the flyer, but you can hit whatever we got on there, whatever code. I don't know this shit. I'm too old for this shit. Yeah, but whatever scanning shit, yo, you hit that shit and try to.
So something weird is happening. Okay, you have retired hippies coming out of retirement to protest, and you have retired Black Panther operatives coming out of retirement. Like, the left is essentially breaking out the old 60s champagne. That's what they're doing. All the old, decrepit hippies and Black Panther operatives are essentially being let loose right now.
Who we are.
And they're like, finally, I get to be somebody once again.
If you can, you can come to the captain and take her number, or she'll give you the number. But we are looking for people. We are the only ones that can save ourselves. Yes. These people are not going to save us. That's right. Yeah. That's what the Black Panther Party is about. We are the only ones. Okay. That's why the government hates us, because they know we all start working together. They have no power. They have nothing without us. Yeah, of course.
So where was the Black Panther Party during the Biden administration? Where was the Black Panther Party during the Obama administration? Look, all of this has been astroturfed simply because Trump bad.
They got so much. Thank you. Yo, we came out here to meet every single one of you. Because without you, there's no us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Without them, oh my fucking God, I'm bugging.
Now, this is the same guy, okay, who would on a dime begin to call someone like me a bootlicker. Essentially, that I'm licking the boots of the white man. This is the same guy, and here he is sharing the Black Panther flyers to white people. This is crazy.
I'm
wait a minute, I don't think that's
this ain't my job.
I don't think that's
my job is to talk. No, keep that. Keep it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so he just basically spends time sharing his flyers. And look, like I said, the left has a fascination with violence. Now, there's still there's not much happening. Like, I'm keeping my eyes on the facility. Now you have protesters sitting sitting on the floor trying to agitate the police to do something stupid. They just need that moment that says, "Oh, look, we were simply protesting peacefully, and they attacked us. All right. So that's essentially what they're trying to do. Okay. Now you have this guy who must be, he's either high or he's drunk, and he's been agitating the police from their side of the yellow line. And yeah, so that's going on. Gardening says, during the Obama time, they were at the polling stations with guns. Are you serious? Okay, I did not know that. All right. Yeah, so we're going to go back to the collection of, there's some movement coming. I think there's going to be some arrest in a bit. Right, I had to step back the video so I wouldn't get clipped by the originating channel. Yeah, so something is happening. Okay. Looks like they are making arrests. This is beautiful. Did anybody make some popcorn? I could have, but it would have been very noisy. All right. We're going to see some arrests. Not one or two, but a bunch, including the kafir-wearing protesters. Hey, Intergalactic, good to see you. Hey, I cleaned my room some more. Let's see. Will there be arrests? Oh, come on. These. You know what? I have this feeling that the police are like, we didn't come all this way to not use these zip ties. We need to zip tie some of these people. I'm sure they are like, haven't zip tied anyone in a while. Come on.
Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up!
She's holding up her press pass.
Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Everybody say it! Everybody say it! Hands up! Hands up! Don't shoot!
That guy sounds high.
Hands up! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Hands up! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up!
Hey, Chrissy! Good to see you. Wish people realize Obama literally went out with ice. Look, the next video that I was about to play before this happened, you guys are gonna love it. Okay, the next video I'm gonna play. Once things cool down here, I'm gonna play a video. The hypocrisy of the left is just crazy. For decades, the press has been providing cover for the Democrats. For decades. So I'm not surprised that during the Obama administration, they made ICE into the champions protecting our borders. Because Obama was essentially the one in charge. Obama could do no wrong. He was Black Jesus. And then Trump shows up and suddenly ICE is illegitimate.
We're not rioting.
It's crazy how things have flipped in just a few short years. I did a video on the main channel, Crossroads IRL, where I essentially covered the CNN report that had CNN riding along with ICE and captured would I call it an accidental arrest? It was an error. Someone was arrested in error. Oh, Chrissy, I have that video. I have those videos of the riot in France. It is crazy. I have those videos. I was planning a show with all of that lined up, and then I found out that, hold on, there's a curfew, and the police are going to round up some protesters. So I figured, okay, let's do this. All right, so ICE has essentially contained the remaining protesters. These guys are stragglers. They decided to stay and be the victims. The violent ones have already left. All right. Okay, someone is getting arrested. We have another one, guys. Another one is getting arrested. UK is sad. Hope they get better. It's hard to say. It's hard to say if they can. And the concerns I have about Europe right now is that there might be an overcorrection. It's like what's going on in the United States right now. Over 10 million illegal aliens in the country, and for all of them to be deported, it's almost like the government has to overcorrect to get all of these people out of the country before Trump's term is up. The Galactic Wrangler says, my sister is here. You haven't seen her in 6 years. Wow. Wow. Well, give her our love. Give her our love.
Yeah, basically we have nowhere to go, so...
Christy says, my clients have no idea what is happening in the rest of the world. They think they all hate us and they are begging for Trump to fix them.
Look, so they have us all back here.
They are.
Have their hands up.
Let him go! 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 Let him go!
She broke curfew. Well, we didn't see what happened there. We didn't see what happened there. I'm sure that the leftists will have a very tall tale to tell about how they simply jumped on her and arrested her. She did nothing wrong.
They need to let him go. Let him go. Let that man go. That is sad.
Is there going to be another arrest? And this guy over here has been agitating them for a bit. He's been agitating them and trying to get them to do something stupid. He's been doing that for the last 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah. I think they're going to grab him or something.
There's horse people. That's the horse people.
They might grab him because he's been agitating them for a while. Like he goes up to the line, he pulls down his trousers, crouches, like, oh, they're gonna grab him. They're gonna grab him. They will grab him. They will grab him, and they're gonna grab him. Now, I have a feeling they're gonna grab him. Does anyone think they're gonna grab him? Oh yes! 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 Look, guys, he isn't hurt. Okay, he isn't hurt, but he's getting what he deserves. He's been agitating these guys for a minute. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I was like, they're gonna pick this guy up. With these arrests, they will have more info on them from other days they've been violent. Maybe what a photo opportunity. Look at that. Yeah, like it was nice. Maybe I could take a freeze frame of this as a thumbnail for this live stream when we're done. Of him getting dragged. Can you imagine being in that crowd? I can't believe what these people are doing. I just want to have people safe and healthy. They want someone to get hurt. They want a reason for an entire summer of riots. That is what these guys want. I've been saying it for weeks now. All right.
Seems like there's a lot of potential.
And he's black, so it's like, oh, they grabbed the black man.
Are allowed to be here. So we'll see how this plays out.
Nothing says such violent police taking a man who was just sitting there. Look, if you join the stream at this point and you haven't been watching this guy, he literally pulled okay, he didn't expose his buttocks, okay, but he pulled his hands down, tucked in, and then crouched like he was.
It looks like they're going to arrest everyone here.
So he's been agitating them for a minute. He says, you can see all the headlines that, oh no, that picture of him getting dragged behind that line is going to be like one of the pictures out there by tomorrow. I guarantee you, you're going to see it, and then he's going to be on CNN. He's going to be on TDSBC with his little napkin crying. I was just sitting down minding my business. And then the host at TDSBC will say, do you think that your arrest was racially motivated?
Listen up. If you are press, you got the opportunity
to leave
right now. And that's it. To leave. If you don't leave out here in an orderly fashion, you are coming with us. Do you understand that? You're leaving that direction. That's it. You are not press.
We're half a mile. We're half
You have the opportunity.
Okay. Read the chat. Put your thoughts in the chat. Let me hear your thoughts.
Everybody back up.
Let's know your thoughts.
Back up.
Oh, this is going to be epic. We're not going to have a front row seat because the press is going to be behind the lines.
Listen up.
This is crazy.
Okay? One at a time. Press, you can leave, and you're going beyond that bus right there. You do not come past that bus. Do you understand?
This is
all right?
crazy.
One at a time. I will tell you and point you out. You're not pressed.
Can I ask a question?
No.
I saw you. You're not pressed.
I'm a part of this city.
I'm sorry, but this is hilarious.
They about to beat our ass. They about to Rodney King us. I already know these press leave. Word, bro. They about to beat the shit out of us. Bro.
BG on the stick is not pressed.
Look, they don't want to talk. He like, I'm straight ass.
Oh boy.
Bro, don't hit my face.
Shut your mouth and go sit down.
Look.
Shut your mouth and go sit down. Okay, I have to hunt for another angle. I'm not sure. Okay, so if BG on the scene gets arrested and his feed goes offline, all right, I'm gonna look for an outside feed. I'm gonna look for.
They going back me tonight.
This is crazy.
Everybody back up off of me. I'll point you out.
Y'all walking up on us. We standing our ground. Look, they walking up. Right here.
Oh, the black guy says they want Rodney King.
Y'all gonna know.
I don't need to see your face. That's not a press page. Go.
So why he can't leave? He can't leave if he's not pressed?
I don't know what that is. You're gonna stay by.
BG on the scene is not recognized as press. He's gonna get arrested.
Everybody back up off.
He's gonna get arrested. So
back up and give me 10 feet.
excuse me for talking into the mic.
He said back up 10 feet.
Bro, he got his 10 feet.
Why you gotta be so mean? You guys are choosing to stay? No.
You won't let us leave.
Oh my goodness.
You holding us hostage.
Can we leave?
Why
So
is it that
BG on the scene is about to get necked.
Ready, sir.
He's about.
He knows.
Is he? I don't think he's going to leave. Oh boy, he's going to get arrested.
Everybody back up.
Ouch.
Everybody else is going. Let's go.
He is going to get arrested. So we're going to have a front row seat to an arrest, but I'm not sure if his camera is going to keep going.
Appreciate you.
So,
I know you look familiar.
Ouch.
We are doing shit.
Hold on.
Get the fuck out of here.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! I didn't kill that.
Wow. Okay. I have to look for another. Jeez. I have so many tabs open.
You grew your hair out a little longer, right?
They about to try to beat our ass.
No, I know. Maybe we should pay attention to what the hell's going on. Okay.
First of all, lay on the ground, assume the position, interlock your arms. Like it's really simple.
Please don't beat our ass. Don't beat our ass.
Guy's drunk.
Do not beat our ass.
It's a bad time for an interview, Shaka.
All right.
Okay.
Like and share. If you can't chat, just hit the heart emoji. All right. Help us out.
Show my social media. Literally been here all day.
Well, what should we know with this?
Tell me all day. Well, I've been here since 6:30 a.m.
This is crazy. Oh. Thank you so much, Chrissy, for the super chat. My hope and dream is Americans wake up and see that just because you hate the president, that means you just promote and who represents us.
Yeah, how do we verify it?
There's so much insanity that this whole thing doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I'm trying really hard to ask myself why this makes sense to them. But recently, while I was listening to Victor David Hansen, he basically unpacked the fact that this had been going on since the 60s. The reason why we haven't seen much of it in recent times is that you've had Democrats in power, and they've had a very slow march on the institutions where they've taken over key institutions in the United States. So the protests weren't essentially a big thing or a big part of the strategy until Trump showed up. There were protests. Protests were smaller, not as insane as we're having now, because Trump essentially stepped in to gut the entire system. He stepped in to destroy the left. I think was his purpose from day one. He talked about the deep state from day one. He talked about fake news from day one. He saw all the insanity for 40 years, for over 40 years. But now they've come out in full force to try to discredit him. Kneel down and assume the position.
Look at this. They talking about back up, but everybody is boxed in.
Jeez. Thank you, Chrissy, for the super chat. Whoa. Another super chat from Chrissy. Thank you, Chrissy. I grow my own vegetables and give them to clients. Wow. I raise money for local things. That means something to me. I make very little money but have so much to give. I wish more would see things this way. I wish so too. You don't build by destroying.
We don't got no weapons.
We don't build by destroying. And what these guys do, okay, there goes our feed. Okay, but I think he's going to pick up his camera. Yeah, he did.
Back up.
It's a galactic rival. Did you just celebrate someone getting pounded into the ground? Come on, be nice. Thank you so much, Chrissy, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Chrissy says we come together by seeing the things that are important to all of us. I love the USA. So guys, I'm opening a merch store on the channel. So very soon you'll be seeing t-shirts. There's a t-shirt design that I made. I'm going to talk about it in these classes. I'm going to talk about the merch store. I'm working on some designs. There's one design that I'm working on right now. It's called the Bible plus the Second Amendment equals freedom. It's a nice design across the chest, and then at the back it says love America first. So I'm working on that. So the store will be live within a day or so. So I'm going to be coming up with some other ideas, maybe something about supporting ICE. All right, so while this is happening, look, I thought we were not going to see any arrests, but I guess we are. I would like to view the merch. Yeah, okay. Right. Before the end of the live stream, I'm going to show you what it looks like, the current draft of the design. I'll show you what it looks like, and I'm still working on it to make it nicer. But I'm going to show it to you guys. You guys get an exclusive look at the new merch. Hope you like it. I literally got back from church and I was like, okay, let me work on some merch designs and see what happens. So I'll show that to you, but I'm still going to refine the design. I like the idea of the Bible plus the Second Amendment equals freedom, because the only type of society that can safely have something like the Second Amendment is a Christian society, a society where people believe and walk by the 10th commandment: thou shalt not murder. That is the only society that can safely handle the Second Amendment. Leftists tend to project their idea of what people do with guns because they don't believe in the Second Amendment. All right, let's read the chat. I have some chats I haven't read, but I'm just I'll try and catch up with the chats. Let's see. Intergalactic Rockler says that cop's shield is upside down. Yeah, I noticed. I was like, why is it upside down? Godney says, I was going to point out earlier, a couple of them were driving me crazy with it upside down. Yeah. There's this guy over here. Okay.
Stop moving! Where my friend at? Y'all took my friend. Y'all took my friend. I don't know where he at.
Let's see. Chrissy says, please look into symbolism so it doesn't have negative effect. There are so many symbols that are of Satan and negative Masonic signs. Yeah. I'm very I don't like to use things I don't understand. So this symbol looks pretty. I need to understand where it came from. Yeah, so I understand that, Chrissy. No, it's fine. Like, Chrissy, I like to highlight the chats, but if you don't want me to highlight all your chats, it's fine. It's fine. If you request, hey, don't highlight my chat, I'll honor your request. Most times I do that for the sake of the audience who don't know that they can chat and actually have me engage. There are people who will be watching this after the fact, and they might need to see what I'm responding to. So that's basically why I tend to do it a lot. But no. You're not a pest. You're not a pest. You're not a pest. Like, you're not a pest. You're part of the team. You're good. Okay, you're good.
We're not trying to hurt y'all.
You're good.
Bro, you there, Rick? Look how you smashed that person.
If you're new to the channel, please introduce yourself. If this is your first time, or if you've not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We would like to get
this way.
Yeah? All right, we come for the stories, but we stay for the community. We're trying to build a community that is healthy. Okay.
Hands up. Let's go. Hands up. Put your hands up and get over here.
He's not filming the arrests. He's not filming the arrests. He's filming the police.
400 years. We've been dealing with this for 400 years.
Shut up. Shut up. You've been dealing with what for 400 years. Please. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just irritated by these race hustlers. Everything is about race. Everything is about slavery. All right? Slavery ended over 100 years ago. Oh, someone got plastered into the asphalt. He's supposed to be shutting up and assuming the position. That's what he's meant to be doing. These people are so misguided. They are. Some of them are misguided. Others are professional agitators. They know what they're doing. I would love to be charitable. And all, but we've seen enough to know their tactics. Let's see. So BG's, I'm trying to see if there are other cameras, but the cameras are way outside the circle, so you can't see much. So this is the closest we have. Gardening. I'm not going to read that. I'm not going to read that. Okay. I love all people when they focus on good. You can be a rainbow of beige and brown and black. Who cares? I just love good humans. Look, God, the Bible says something in Acts chapter 17, that God made all of us from one blood. And I saw that and I was like, every one of us has the same blood. Like when you have someone needing a blood transfusion at a hospital, at the blood bank, you don't have black blood, you don't have Asian blood, and you don't have Indian or Pakistani or Chinese blood. Chinese is Asian too. Okay. You don't have that. You don't have Caucasian blood. It's all one blood. If you need a transfusion and we're compatible, you can have my blood. It doesn't kill you. It gives you life. That scripture is so accurate. And that was that was centuries before blood transfusion was a thing. Acts chapter 17, that God made us all of one blood. So when people try to make this entire argument about race and racism, it blows my mind. God is good and helps us learn to just learn from our mistakes. He loves us for our learning, and God is good. One of my favorite phrases is from the Psalms. For the Lord is good and his mercy endures forever. Okay, so we've lost sound here. I have another feed. I'm tracking another feed. Okay, so it looks like his feed is cut out. All right, I'm going to look for another feed. Give me a moment. I'm going to have to look for another feed. I'm going to look for another feed. It's insane. Let's see.
This guy is so fucking stupid. It's actually crazy how much this dude ruined his entire life.
Oh, sorry.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble.
Sorry about that. So when the live stream ended, it skipped over to this video. Sorry about that. So I'm currently looking for another feed. I have another feed. Let me see. I'm gonna right, hold on. Let me get this. One moment, please. All right, so I have another feed up. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oops. All right. All right. So we have this feed.
We have a right to know who's asking us to move.
We have this feed.
And your number 27, Newark Police Department. 647 Newark Police.
This feed, again, from a left-leaning.
Earlier, there was a press release notification that said that verified credentialed press, which we all are, would be allowed to remain in the curfew area because freedom of press is one of the 4 tenets of the First Amendment. But just like the protesters exercising their First Amendment right to free speech, freedom of peaceful assembly, the free press is also under attack right now by the state police under the authorization of the governor of New Jersey.
So this guy is, I think, the same guy that Cam Higby.
Hey, they don't want their crimes shown. That's right, John. And we're over 100 feet away. We're over 100 feet away, and they still are unhappy.
I'm gonna mute him because now this guy is I think he's the guy that Cam Higby trolled, who was claiming that detainees were calling their families and crying about how they were being fed maggots. And Cam Higby jumped in and said, how did they get phones to make those phone calls if they were being fed maggots? You know? So these guys routinely, let's just call it what it is. They routinely lie. So you're going to be hearing a lot of this because they are heavily left-leaning. They hate Trump, and they do their best to make Trump look as bad as possible.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Tell people in New Jersey to call the government. I don't know.
People in New Jersey call your government. People outside of New Jersey.
I'll probably be arrested tonight because these fucking idiots.
Call your local representatives. Call your governor. Call the police officer. Yeah, call Newark Police. Call the state police. Call the governor. Tell them that this is not what you voted for. This does not represent you. We're supposed to be a government of the people, by the people, for the people. Instead, we are.
So this guy, who's talking
by
is just
very few
full
who
of
are
it.
interested in maintaining the status quo.
Yeah. So
not the status quo. The status quo.
The United States
Absolutely.
Constitution.
Fascism. This is state-sponsored violence. Instead of being brutalized by federal ICE agents, people are being brutalized by state police agents. Do you want your green-flavored violence or your blue-flavored violence? That's all you're getting here.
So,
That's right. No one is exempt. They're targeting the press. The ICE agents were smashing press cameras and hands. The state police were targeting press with pepper balls yesterday. I had my camera shot.
Look,
tear gas, flashbangs. The pepper balls are the least of it. It's the flashbangs. It's the tear gas. It's the horses. It's the overall use of fear and terror on American citizens trying to exercise the most core principles of what it means to be an American.
Yeah, tearing down barricades, attacking and threatening
The state has a monopoly on violence.
Okay, so
all
that's
these
a
little
tenet
laws
of
of
American.
you know, trespassing or staying up past curfew. They're all backed up by threats of violence. That's all the state is.
So America is such an amazing
American
place.
citizens.
America is such an amazing place. Okay, in Nigeria, this guy would have disappeared a long time ago, and I'm like, that's the third world. That's the third world that these clowns defend. Okay, where there's no freedom of speech, no Second Amendment, you can't defend yourself. That's what they want for America. That's what they want. They want the freedoms that protect you and I to be stripped away so that they can be the people on top with the monopoly of violence.
So they can stay unaccountable. So they can continue abusing their power. And they can push us back so it's harder for us to record. They can threaten us.
They're pushing you back so that you don't get hurt.
I'm seeing them arrest a member of the press right now, in fact.
They're not afraid of the cameras. They're afraid of what it exposes. So they push us all the way back.
That is a credentialed member of the press.
That was told to leave.
Everyone is press.
That we were right there when they were told to leave. She refused to leave.
If they're using the camera, they are press.
You know, I like playing these kinds of reports because it exposes to you and I what people on the left have to listen to every single day. They listen to guys like this. They listen to TDSBC, CNN, and they believe what they say. Like, you and I were right there in the circle when the person in charge shows up and says, if you're press, leave. I'm not going to warn you again. And then that person decides to stay, gets arrested, and then this clown is like, oh, look, they're arresting a credentialed member of the press. Oh, boo-hoo. She was asked to leave. And they were told, look.
Well, I want to give a shout out to our very own John Farina for very bravely clapping back at the police, not taking their bullshit, pushing back, because just because a police officer says something to you, just because a police officer says that they have an order to do something, doesn't mean that that is a lawful order, doesn't mean that you have to do anything. You ask them for a supervisor. You ask them what law you're breaking. You ask them are you being detained or are you free to go? And if they say you're being detained and they start to detain you, don't say anything. The only word you should ever say is lawyer. That's the only thing you should say if you're being arrested until a lawyer is present.
No problem. Get arrested. Pay your lawyer's fees. Okay? Be stupid. Go out there, break the law, and pay the lawyer's fees.
This is pretty much went exactly as we expected it to go, as I said earlier and outlined.
That's what a curfew is.
They take a member of the press over here?
That's what a curfew is. Okay? Guys, you know I don't use profanity and I don't like to insult people, so I'm not going to say...
Did they arrest a member of the press over here?
I'm not going to call him names.
No? Who was that guy?
But this guy is ridiculous. Yeah, gardening.
Gotcha.
He's ridiculous.
So that wasn't the member of the press. That was just no. They're saying no, he was a protester.
The one, this one.
That someone else just told me. Yeah.
I see you guys building community right here while people are getting arrested. I like it.
This one basically exactly what you said. The protesters remained 100% peaceful. They sang, they locked arms, they stood in a line, and they expressed themselves. They said what they disagree with. They said what they valued. They said they didn't want free Americans to be locked up. They said that they didn't want people who are suspected of being their only crime being undocumented in this country to be detained indefinitely without a right to a free trial, to be deported, to be subject to miserable conditions, inhumane conditions.
Boo-hoo. Guys, people literally listen to this guy.
And so as we said, they would bring in the riot police, they'd kettle people, and then they'd arrest them, and that's exactly what happened. There was absolutely no aggression from the protesters.
All right, I want to play that video that I promised that I will play, and I'm sure that most of you may have seen this video, okay? Now, this is Abby Phillips of CNN, okay? And here she says, ICE raids are controversial. They always have been. Always will be. And then her guest says, not really. When Obama was doing them, it wasn't controversial. You guys did a ride along. Let's have a listen.
Look, ICE raids, controversial. Always have been, always will be.
Not really.
I think
when Obama was doing it wasn't controversial.
It certainly
you guys did ride along.
I like it when we have the receipts of these jokers, these clowns, these people just lie and expect us to take it and say, oh, well, since CNN said it, it may have been true. Oh, I happen to remember that CNN did a ride along, but maybe my memory doesn't serve me right. Maybe it was a movie that I watched.
Look, ICE raids, controversial. Always have been, always will be.
Not really.
I think
when Obama was doing it wasn't controversial.
Certainly
you guys did ride along.
Yes, I did. They hate getting caught out on their lies. They hate getting caught out on their lies. They lie, and get upset when you call them out on the lie. And like, no, you don't remember, you don't recall correctly. And then we bring the receipts and say, hey, here's what you did. And they're like, well, how dare you change the topic? We're not talking about me. We're talking about Trump. All right. So again, the insanity happens because Democrats provide cover for this insanity. Hakeem Jeffries is now calling for Delaney Hall to be shut down and repeats the lie that there's no food or medical treatment. And then he threatens that he will go after Trump officials if Democrats regain power. This guy is giving us every reason to make sure they never regain power.
Here in America, immigration enforcement should be fair, just, and humane. That's not what's going on here at Delaney Hall. We spoke to several individuals, none of whom has a criminal record, many of whom have been detained here at Delaney Hall for months. This is not America. The lack of access to quality food, that's not America. The lack of access to adequate medical treatment, that's not America. The retaliation that is taking place, that's not America. The fact that there are 18-year-old high school girls being held here is not America. Delaney Hall should be shut down. And every single individual, particularly those at a high level connected to this facility, they're engaging in a depraved indifference to human life. And every single member of this Trump administration is going to be held accountable.
Yeah, so they've been saying it, and you know what? When the Democrats say they're going to do something, when they say they're going to prosecute members of the Trump administration, if they ever regain power, believe them. Some people say, well, they're just, exaggerating. Oh, they're just, blowing off steam. Well, we saw them do it to Trump. We saw them do it to his to people who were close to him, people within his circle. So more arrests are happening, and this guy, I'm sure he's going to be crying into his mic.
I got arrested in Bergen County for ICE protests in 2021.
So the charge would either be defiant trespass.
Yeah, how many veterans are on the streets?
A lot of them are probably going to get
all right, these Democrats, by all indication, hate America. Oh, there's an argument happening on camera. Let's have a listen.
So we're hoping that all gets knocked down to obstruction. But who knows what's going to happen with these people, because cops make up crimes all the time. They come up with false justifications for adding charges on.
When I listen to people like this
talk, I tell you folks, and thank you for watching at home. Thank you for putting your eyeballs on this, because we don't just do this so we can witness it. We do it so that you all can witness it with us, so that you all can share these videos and these photos with your friends and your family and even your enemies, so you can show them what is actually going on here.
Okay. So what's actually going on is that these people have been violent for days, and eventually the state had to put its foot down and get them arrested. So what's so controversial? Look at that. Kill ICE, kill cops. Those are The hilarious part of it is this: they're literally giving you
when do we
evidence.
Get our First Amendment back?
Oh, shut up! Like you literally see that these people have been breaking the law, attacking ICE officers and law enforcement, threatening the lives of their families, and it's like, oh, someone is getting punished for attacking a federal officer. Oh my goodness, that's so bad.
Where are we allowed to stay? We're on a public sidewalk outside half a mile. Where are we allowed to stay?
Go home.
There's no clear communication, just bullying.
Well, that is the police department of the city, not ICE.
Can you tell us why the press has to go home?
Let's go.
Is there any reason why? They have to get processed first. Okay. I'm gonna wait for
Well, that was
They told you to go past the bus. There's a bus. There's a bus. All right, go. Come on.
Now, do you think these guys are also going to get arrested because they're I think they're begging to be arrested. They're literally begging to be arrested by just hanging around here. This is insane. This is insane. All right, so let me catch up with the chat. There was a bunch of chats that I didn't read. Let me see if I can find them. Look, guys, do you know what? I look at the chat and I see you guys interacting and talking, and I'm just smiling on the inside because that's what I want to see. I want to see you guys talk and connect. Let's see. Is it Chrissy said, I'm going way back up to read the chats that I didn't read earlier. TDS in full throttle. Let's see what else. Yes, the UK. All right, so this is happening. So let's look at the insanity that happened. I was going to say, okay, maybe we should do those videos tomorrow. But guys, you know what? After these clowns have, done, they basically said we're going to want to shut down the ICE facility. As far as they're concerned, they want to shut down any facility that curtails illegal, unchecked immigration. And what they want to have is for America to look like this. All right, France descends into chaos. Rioters torched businesses, looted stores, and left parts of the city in ruins as unrest spiraled out of control. Import the third world, become the third world. Now, let's just listen to this. It's crazy to watch, okay? These people won a European Champions League match, and the way they chose to celebrate was to burn down their city. All right, I would say this is demonic. All right, that's what I would say. I would say this is demonic. People that would essentially destroy. So this is Paris, France. Okay, I'm just gonna play this. All right. They won a World Cup match, and their response was to begin to randomly destroy property. And look very closely, all right? Look very closely, and they won a football match. These guys won a football match, and the response was, let's tear down the city. Let's burn down the city. These guys are like ants. Right? They're like ants. This was France just last night. Yeah, so do you know what? This is what should have happened on day one at the ICE facility. But no, the state of New Jersey decided to let it simmer and then put on a Band-Aid after all the they warned all the violent people to get out of Dodge. So they left. They left. And then they're arresting the inane, toothless people who are just there to show that, oh, we're harmless. We're harmless. We're peace loving. So this should have happened on day one. Okay. This is crazy. Now, I saw this video and I was like, I need to show this to you guys, okay? This post says, invaders brag, we took Paris in 3 hours. African migrants filmed themselves celebrating near the Arc de Triomphe, proudly declaring they conquered France faster than the German army in 1940. They laugh, chant Marine Le Pen's name, and boast they now own the city. This is not immigration, it's open conquest. Wake up, Europe. So it's in French, but I'm going to read so let's read let's just read it. So it says, look, film this. Then it says here we have Algerians, Tunisians, Moroccans, Senegalese. And then he says, I'm going to play through Marine Le Pen. And then he says, we have managed to take over Paris even faster than the German army in 1940. It took us just 3 hours. I'm going to play it through. The volume is really low. It's horrible, but you guys get the gist.
Marine, on est là, ma gueule. On a fait plus vite que les Allemands, on a pris Paris en 3 heures. Les Allemands, ils l'ont pris en 24 heures. Regarde, filme tout autour de toi.
So what these people have been protesting about is to have what's going on in France happen in the United States. All right. This post says Paris is lost forever. Well, I don't know. Like the wanton destruction. They like what? Why are you destroying? Look, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is I don't know if this is possibly billions of dollars worth. I don't know if this is billions of dollars worth of property that has been destroyed in France. But it's just crazy, guys. It's crazy. There's just video upon video upon video of all that insanity. Just video upon video. All right, so yeah, so that happened yesterday, and a lot of people in the United States, like this guy, still thinks that unchecked immigration is compassion, it's empathy. Before I was allowed to move my family, I had to prove that, one, I could take care of them. Two, I didn't have a criminal record. Three, I wasn't a political, I wasn't going to cause political problems because they asked a bunch of questions on the immigration form that I filled. And you know what? Totally okay. Like, if you're going to let someone into your country, you need to be sure that they are the right kind of people. Channels like this guy continue to claim that what Trump wants is to get all immigrants out. No. Trump has said repeatedly, I heard him, they heard him, but it's convenient for them to lie and say that Trump wants to deport all immigrants. And they try to sow fear into people And people who just wouldn't think for themselves decide that, yeah, that's what Trump wants to do.
John, I'm going to talk on camera for a moment.
You know?
Frame is good.
Okay. So they're going to give a speech. Let's have a listen.
So, folks, as we continue to observe the last stages of what occurred here tonight, somewhat near Delaney Hall, roughly a half a mile away on the edge of the curfew zone, I want to talk to you a little bit about, some of the feelings I had that going on tonight. Seeing this level of state violence against members of the community. I mean, I'm not even from New Jersey, but I still care about these people out here. It doesn't matter what state you're from. You should care about all these people who are out here expressing their First Amendment rights. And not just the concept of thinning.
Okay, this is stupid. I'm not listening to this insanity, and I'm not going to subject you to it anymore. All right, guys. So we happen to be fortunate enough to follow and watch the live rendition of these clowns who have been burning and attacking and throwing stuff at federal officers for days, and now consequences shows up, and then this individual who essentially lies with such impunity, saying that, well, they were only exercising their First Amendment right. The First Amendment doesn't give you the power or the authority to attack federal agents. The First Amendment doesn't allow you to do things like that. And that's what this guy has been pushing.
Is embarrassing as an American. It's embarrassing as a human.
Really?
And it's saddening. But I also want to talk about the way that it feels to be, a member of the press here. Being a member of the press, we have a...
All right, guys, we're going to call it a night. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Gardening, for holding down the chat. Thank you, Intergalactic Wrangler. Say hi to your sis for us, okay? Tell her hi. We send our love to her. Chrissy, thank you so much for being in the chat. It was awesome having you guys in the chat. We're going to be back tomorrow, same time tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Would love to hang out with you guys and see what the fallout of this raid was about, and also cover the rest of the stories that we will be lining up for tomorrow. Thank you all so much. I love you guys. I pray for you guys that you would have a great week, and that the things that you really want to accomplish, that you'll be able to get them done. If you're going through anything difficult, I pray for you that you would find help and you'll be able to sort whatever it is that you're dealing with out. So thank you all so much. Thank you, Intergalactic Wrangler. Thank you, everyone. And thank you to the lurkers, those of you who have been lurking but not chatting. Thank you so much for giving us your eyeballs. If you're watching after the fact and this is your first time, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you're reminded whenever we go live. Goodness, I promised you that I'll show you the merch. I want to keep that promise. Is it okay if I keep that promise? Okay. Let me see. Okay. Oops. I want to keep that promise. So let me see if I can do that. I want to keep that promise. So give me a moment. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Okay, so let me see if I can find it. Jeez. Yeah, I try to keep my promises. I'm sorry, I worked on the design on my laptop, and I'm trying to do this on the desktop. All right, so if you're watching and you're wondering what I'm doing, I talked to I talked to the guys and I said, hey, I'm working on merch. And I want you to see what it's like, what it looks like. So that's what I'm doing. Let me see if I can find. Yeah. So I want to find the exact version. I have several versions that I'm working on. And I just want to quickly do that so I don't keep you. Okay. There you go. Okay. Let's see. What you got? Open the trunk. Any good deals? Mom says you look good in pink. She's laughing. I look good in pink. Well, thank you. I don't know how to feel about that intergalactic wrangler. I don't know how to feel about that, but thank you. Thank you. This is one of my favorite hoodies. Let me see. Jeez. Okay, I think I have another idea. Give me a second. I have an idea on what to do. So let me try to do something different. Yeah, I apologize. I got really excited and I said, okay, I need to show you guys what I'm working on, and I'm trying to open up my computer and see what it's doing. All right, Teespring. And that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can back here. Let's see. Oh, no. All right. It's going to be open in a bit, and I'll show you guys what this looks like, and you let me know if you like it. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to know what you think. It's a first draft, but I think it's better than not having anything at all. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna just use this listings, stores, use store. All right. So I have two designs. I'm sorry this took so long. I hope this doesn't turn out to be anticlimactic for you guys. Like, is that it? I hope not. I'll feel so bad. All right, so I'm going to share this screen. Okay, so share this screen. Yeah. So this is the back of the shirt. It says "Love America First," and the front of the T-shirt says "The Bible plus Second Amendment equals freedom." All right. So this is the first draft. There's another design that I'm working on. It has the same print, but on the arms it has 1776 USA on both of the arms, on the sides of the arms, like patches. So I'm working on that. Maybe tomorrow I could show you more of what I'm working on. I'll show you more. Did you? Okay, yeah, that was 4 minutes ago. Yeah, so it comes in different colors. I'm going to be doing long sleeves and hoodies, and I'm going to be showing that to you tomorrow. I'm going to show you what I'm working on and how far along I'm coming with this design. But if I know that there are several things that I talked about a few weeks back, and I said, hey, we could make a T-shirt. Maybe I make some T-shirts based on those, and maybe say something like support ICE. Okay, I'm an immigrant, but I support ICE because, like I say, the United States is a lifeboat, and we don't want to see the lifeboat destroyed by unchecked illegal immigration. So, yeah, so this is the first draft, and I hope it's not anticlimactic because it took a while to open up. Okay, so I'm going to be doing more work on it. Yeah. So the merch store will be active on the live stream channel in a day or two. Then you'll begin to see these products. And we also have mugs. I think I have a mug included, mugs and stickers. So this is the mug, and yeah, so hope that wasn't a letdown, but like I said, it's still a work in progress. All right. I kept you guys waiting, and I thank you guys for hanging out to just see what the merch looked like. And the chat is silent. Let me see. Oh, not silent. Let's see. Did you hit the like button? Okay. You did say you were in the beginning stage. So I hit like now. The shirt sounds like something Chrissy would say. Yeah, Bible plus Second Amendment equals freedom. I got this inspiration while I was on my prayer walk. I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday of last week. I was taking a walk and I was like, why is the Second Amendment so important? And why is it that it only works in the United States? And that came to me. It's because the Bible is right there, as part of the ethos of the United States. Without a Christian ethos, the Second Amendment would just be like a free-for-all for people to just murder each other. And imagine that the left took down the 10 Commandments. Okay, thou shalt not kill was racist to the left. It's crazy. Make nice shirts. I will. The other designs actually have better patterns. Like there's one with. Tomorrow I'm going to show you the rest of them. Okay. I wasn't prepared. Okay, but Gardening says, "Cool. You like the shirt or the mug?" Intergalactic Wrangler says, "I need some wife beater t-shirts to show off my new cut." Gardening. See, Intergalactic Wrangler, I love you. Okay, I love you. I love you. I love you. But dude, oh my goodness. Yeah. So, variety of colors. Yeah, there's going to be a variety of colors. The other sample that I was working on has a wide array of colors. It has a wide array of colors. And when I show it to you tomorrow, it'll blow you away. Okay, I guarantee you, it'll blow you away because, like there's a variety of colors, there's a variety of designs, and all I want to do is just give you guys a reason to say, okay, if I wanted to buy a shirt, rainbow one, look, if I do a rainbow one, I'll just call it like I'll quote Genesis 9:11, I think. Okay, where it basically tells you why the rainbow was set up. Okay, it wasn't set up because of your preferences. It was set up because God wanted to remind us that He would not destroy the world by a flood. He would not. All right. Yeah. So, if we want to aggravate some rainbow worshippers, all right, because I truly believe that these ideologies are religions. They don't they make no sense. They make no sense. They have no basis in science or anything, but they just want to believe them and push those ideologies over onto us. All right, so that's what they want to do. And because we refuse to play along with the insanity, they don't like us very much. All right, they don't like us very much. So all we have to do is simply keep telling them the truth. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you the rest of the designs. Oh boy, approaching a rant. Oh, guys, don't worry. Maybe tomorrow you might get half a rant from me. Maybe half a rant. Today is Sunday. It's Sunday, or was Sunday. It just crossed into midnight for me here. Yesterday was Sunday, so maybe I still have the air of having gone to church to worship. Maybe. But no rant for me today. All right. So what I'll promise is that tomorrow I'm going to basically give you guys a presentation at the end of tomorrow's live stream. I'm just going to show you guys what the designs look like, the multicolored options, and so on. And then have your thoughts, the ones you prefer. And then I will put those ones front and center. Yeah. I think that's what we'll do tomorrow at the end of the live stream. I'll just show you some of the designs, and then you guys give me some pointers. All right. I would like to hear from you, like what you think about those designs and what adjustments you might want to make. You love the America First. I like the Love America. Yeah. Maybe I'll just make it a separate shirt because I got really excited by the idea of the Second Amendment and the Bible. And I wanted to put something on the back of the shirt. So this is the front of the shirt and this is the back of the shirt. But what I could simply do is keep it simple. I might just make a single print and put the Love America First as a front design, and then have the patches, the 1776 patches on the side. Maybe have one with the American flag included. Just have something that's really patriotic. Okay. Look, I'm not American, but I love America. I love what America represents. I love the fact that it shows the rest of the world the way we should live. Okay, the way we could live. And for anyone to think that America is evil, okay, they have a huge problem. Gardening says, I like the layout of it and it fits nicely. Kind of an OCD thing, I guess. Yeah. I want to be able to have like a mock-up where there's someone wearing it and you can see how it fits. So maybe by tomorrow I can try and work something out before the live stream. Okay, before the live stream. And the saying is good, we should love America first. I agree. Should love America first. All right. I came up with this by accident. I was like, America first, or love America. And I said, hey, why don't we just say love America first? Okay. It could mean you should love America first, or you love the concept of America first. I mean, it goes both ways. So yeah, I came up with this after I got home from church, and I think I hope you guys enjoy it when it's done and ready to go. I'll come up with different design fonts, and you guys can decide on the one that works for you. All right, guys. Love you guys. You guys are the best. When you can, still love others. Okay, when you can, still love others, but you should love our country. Yeah. Look, we should love everyone, but we shouldn't be forced to hate our country in order for everyone else to succeed. You understand? The insanity is they want us to love everyone else and then hate your own country. That's the insanity of the left. And it's obscene, okay? But then again, it's the left. All right, guys, have a great night gardening. Have a great night, Intergalactic Wrangler. Have a great night, Chrissy, and everyone else, all the lurkers. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch you on the next one. Almost got the rant. Almost. I was this close. Okay, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Love you guys. I pray for you guys. God bless you. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.